The throne of the New World Order has been.
Hey guys, we're gonna wait for people to settle in, and then we're gonna start the interview. Probably at the let's say 3-minute mark. How's that sound?
Burning the throne of the New World Order.
Yeah. I don't know how long we can sit right there, but I'm
Oh
gonna
man,
try.
you can't sit right there. It's too freaking hot.
I guess I'll just carry it around.
Well, maybe we need to back the table up a little bit. Just grab that in. It's warm next to this fire. It's a little bit slanted now. I don't know if that's gonna throw you
No,
off.
it levels itself.
Okay, I'm gonna remain anonymous.
You're not gonna remain. Your name is in the title, dude.
Oh, it is? Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. So they already know who I am? Oh.
Yeah, they know who you are. They've seen the video.
Oh.
So guys, after I have like a little question and answer session with him, I will open up chat for questions. Yes, Kimberly, we're burning off the virus right now.
And the New World Order, throne of the New World Order. You can see it. Can you see it in there?
See the throne there? So this is how we do it, guys, in Pawtucket. We got like a shit ton of wood over here that we're not gonna burn. Keep it separated.
Oh, we got enough for a couple of fires. What are you pointing at me?
Pointing at you right now.
It's warm over here. Kind of.
Well, I don't know what the connection's like. You guys tell me. How's it connecting here? It looked good. It just like it dropped off the connection for a second there.
Well, that happens.
This is a weird spot, you know.
We're kind of in the middle of the wilderness, and yet still in Pawtucket. If you can even really imagine that. Can you see the background?
See the trees. Yeah, you can see. We're just surrounded by property right over here.
Yeah, but if you look on the other side of the street behind you, it's all big tenement buildings.
Yeah. Tenement buildings all around us, but this is like a nice little spot here in Pawtucket.
We had to run the New World Order out on a rail.
Oh, jeez. All right, John, let's get to this interview.
You gonna get serious?
Let's get serious. So, why don't we give him the background of what was going on here before everything started happening?
Right, well, show them the little bit of jungle that we got left.
All right, so you guys see all these like trees right here, these like these young trees. So, what was up with them, John? What were they look? What did they look like?
The whole entire yard. I don't know how much of the yard you can see when you're panning around, but this whole yard was a small forest like what we have over here. This is the only remnant that we managed to save when the city decided to come in and completely level the property. Now, it was an act of trespass. The court order that they supposedly had we found out after the fact of the video that you saw when the cops came and invaded the property. The judge who issued the order actually declared in the courtroom that they made a mistake and it was just a big house of cards and it all came tumbling down. You were there for that, weren't you, Joe?
I wasn't there when you got arrested. No.
No, when the court case, when we went back into the court.
Yes, I documented everything.
Right. And the judge admitted that it was all a big mistake. But then, if you watch the video when I got arrested, defending the property, defending my rights, my home, my neighborhood, really. I mean, you know, if you let them have an inch, they take a mile. So I realized that they trespassed on this property, and then they made a big program here in Pawtucket where they had neighbors ratting out neighbors for, like, if you had anything that they considered to be a discrepancy with your lawn maintenance. 8 inches of grass. If your grass grows longer than 8 inches, they can come down and issue.
Yeah, now your property's a rat's nest, right?
Well, that was the thing, and they're doing it again. They reinstated the whole rat infestation. No, and we're in the middle of a state of emergency because Gina Raimondo has declared that Rhode Island is a state of emergency because of the COVID-19. Where'd they come up with this patented name? It's kind of funny
Well, it's been 30 years. The COVID. COVID 1, 2, 3, right? So COVID-18 isn't. It's a different kind of protein, and COVID-19 is a specific kind of protein.
Okay, why don't they just call it coronavirus? And they call it 19 because it came out in 2019.
Common cold is a coronavirus. But go ahead.
Anyway, it's Friday the 13th tonight, and Joe decided to have this interview because our rights as Americans, and I don't know what everybody who's watching this, if you're all here in the United States of America or not, but you may be able to see it from around the world. It's going to be on the internet, right?
Yeah, it's on right now.
Oh,
you're live stream right now.
Live stream. Okay, so the city employees, the city contractors off the property, they were ordered to leave the property by the landlord, who is a friend of mine who actually owns this land.
But you live here, right?
I live here on the property. So I was defending the property, and I called my landlord, told him he better, get over here because something's going on. They're cutting down all the trees, and they had a wood chipper, they had a chainsaw. There's 2 men cutting things down, throwing them through the wood chipper, and they had no permission to be on the property. They had no right to be on the property. They were trespassing, and they did vandalize the property, as it turns out. That was all, like I said, in the court. When we went into the municipal court and talked to the judge who issued the so-called work order, he actually admitted that he had made a mistake.
He wasn't a female judge?
No, the female judge, who is the chief justice, I guess, of the municipality, is also a senator at the state house.
And what else is she?
Municipal court judge.
And she's a lawyer.
Oh, well, of course she's a lawyer. Yeah.
But how can you be a 3?
Well, that's the society that you live in. I mean, the Communist Manifesto, which was written back in the 1840s, published in London, England in 1848. Okay, communism is not a new thing. They've been working on it for a long time. But read that document and then look at where we are today, and you'll see that there's very little doubt that you're living in a communist nation, and you really don't have property rights according to them. Now, according to the Constitution and the founding documents of this country, as we know it, or we think we know it, free country. But really take a good close look at the history, you'll find out that we're not so free as we think we are. But I mean, I could go on and on and on. I don't know how. Wait, if you had some prepared questions more.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, so you came out here, you saw the landscapers. What were you doing when you came out? What did you, I'm trying to lead into it.
So what happened was, I look out my window, I wake up in the morning, it's kind of coincidental that I had some kind of a cold or flu for a couple of days, so I woke up that morning, kind of starting to feel better, but still not really 100%. I look out the window, and I see this going on in the yard. They're cutting down the trees. And Joey, you and I had been working in the yard for a backyard that we were going to spend time in, have cookouts, family events. And it turned out to not, of course, they just completely leveled the property. They didn't leave any shade trees. They weren't, other than what we salvaged over here behind me. And I've been protected this with my life just to keep some nature here. But you couldn't see all these houses around because there was trees all around the edge. It was nice back here. You felt like you were kind of out in the woods.
We're having buffering problems, so people are not seeing what's going on right now. Yeah, buffing. Guys, hey, I'm gonna go to a record value and I'll upload this later. Sorry about that all.